Hello, boys and girls. How are we doing? Are we all good? Have we all had a jolly nice few days? When was the last time I streamed? Feels like it's been a while again. I've been very busy. Did you know? Here, you didn't, because I haven't told anyone. Did you know that the last 48 hours have been my most viewed 48 hours in the history of my 10 plus years on YouTube? Thank you to everybody who's watched any of my content over the last 48 hours. We've had, across lollujo and lollujo Live, just shy of 300,000 views in a 48-hour period, which is... Thank you very much, boys and girls. Absolutely smashed whatever the previous record was. Certainly wasn't anywhere near that. I don't even know what the previous record was, but woohoo! Goodness me! Guess the cruise is back on. See, now the problem with the cruise, this is very much a first world problem thing, but with this whole International Football World Cup module thing that's coming next year, can't book anything, can I? Can't book a holiday at all until we get some kind of clue. Is it coming in February for that update? Is it coming in June, just before the World Cup starts? Is it coming somewhere in between? We're back in limbo, boys and girls. We love a bit of limbo. But yeah, it's been a busy few days. That's why I've not been streaming. We should be back. I say back. We should be on our new stream schedule from now on, which if you weren't around during the beta, the stream schedule, we're going to be using at least through until Christmas time, and then we'll review from there, because I haven't streamed very much this year. I'm easing myself back in, but we are going to be streaming Tuesday and Thursday nights and as many Sundays as I can fit in. So we should be streaming this Sunday, so you should get 3 streams over the next week or so. And for the time being, for at least one more year, we are going to be continuing with the Peterborough save. If you've been watching the YouTube community page on the lollujo Live, you'll have seen me asking the same question in multiple different ways, trying to get an idea of whether you wanted a new save or a continuation of this save. There wasn't much in it. I think it was like 60-40, and there was a lot of disagreement about what kind of save a new save would look like. So I think for now we're just going to carry on and do one more season of Peterborough, let non-league to legend get a bit further in, and then we can start a new save either in a few weeks, a few months, whenever we feel like, really. Start a new save over here, which will be something outside of England. So it's completely different to what we're doing over on the main channel. But that is the plan. So we are going to be doing our first full summer transfer window this evening on the new update, because of course we've now had the new update. I'm so glad I faffed around doing the Steam beta thing yesterday evening at like 8 o'clock last night. Mentioned it in today's video, and then by the time I'm streaming, it's like, oh, everyone's got it now, have they? I probably could have waited. I'd have probably been all right for that 16 hours, half of which I spent sleeping, and half of what was left I spent at Costco. I probably would have been all right just waiting for the full one. But, you know, it's fine. I'm glad we've all got to play it now, and we obviously will get to have a proper explore around it over the course of tonight's stream as well. Hello to everyone on Twitch. Hello to everybody on YouTube. Welcome along, one and all. And I guess I should do a YouTube intro for the video for Old Man Topher, as he likes to be called. So, here we go. First full transfer window as part of manager of Peterborough United Football Club for FM26. We are continuing the save at least one more year. We're going to get ourselves into the Championship and see where we go from there. We spent £5 million last summer, kind of accidentally. We've not got £5 million to spend this summer, but I think we know what we're doing now. So this is going to be a more targeted transfer window, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Have I bought the in-game editor yet? No, I tend not to until there's a reason to. Unless, or I guess until I need to do some kind of experiment where I need it. I mean, I do Let's Plays. I don't really need the in-game editor to do Let's Plays. I have it disabled on almost every save that I play. I don't even know where it shows anymore. But somewhere on here it will show. Somewhere. that it's disabled on this save anyway. It's disabled on Non-Eater Legend. So even if I bought it, I wouldn't be able to use it. So yeah, I've got no reason to have it yet. It's not unusual for me to be buying that in like March when we decide to get a little bit fruity and do something a little bit different. It's buggy anyway, is it? Well, then I definitely don't need it. Cool. I've definitely got your name wrong, but thank you for the sub. How do we find my squad view? Have I put it in the description to the stream? And if I haven't, Topher will find it for you. It's in the description of, I think it's in the description for the beginner's guide on YouTube. It's in episode 4 of the Arsenal save. It's on Twitter somewhere. We might even have a command set up for it here because I think we were looking for it last stream as well. I still can't upload it to Steam Workshop, or else I would. Previously, what you've been able to do is when you go to custom views, you right click there, don't you? So previously you've been able to export it, and from here you can export it straight into Steam Workshop. There used to be a Steam Workshop button, but there is no Steam Workshop button anymore. So how are people uploading stuff to Steam Workshop? How does that work? Do I have to learn how to do it manually? You can resize all columns now. Yeah, I'm not going to. The auto resize thing, yeah, that does work now. The only problem is it doesn't look like this after I've done it. It still mushes things in places I don't want them mushing. I think this layout is perfect for me as is, so I'm not doing auto resize on all the columns. I'm very happy with it as it is, so I don't need to fiddle around with it. There is no Steam Workshop. There is no Steam Workshop, really. Is that correct? I'm sure I saw that there was some stuff on there. Why is there no Steam Workshop? Do you know that, or are you just making that up? I'm having a look. We're investigating. So investigation, workshop. There is definitely a Steam Workshop. There you go. Steam Workshop does exist, and there is stuff on it. So it's possible to add stuff to it. I just don't know how to do it manually. So if anyone could give me a clue as to how I upload manually to the Steam Workshop. I mean, I could do it now if anyone could tell me how to do it. But I don't know how to do it. And it doesn't seem clear on there how you do it. I've only ever sent it from in the game before. I uploaded my view yesterday. How did you do it? How did you do it? How did you upload it? Probably have to log in via browser. It's still already too confusing for me. It's already beyond my skill set. Save your view, then it will appear. Save your view, then it will appear in the bottom left. What? In game? Is that what you mean? Because I've saved my view. Export current view. I mean, I can save it again. Is that what you meant? Give it a title. Do I have to give it an image as well? I don't know what any of those images are going to be. I don't dare click on any of them. We're not adding an image. There's still no option to add this to Steam Workshop on here. Maybe click on the one under name. For goodness sake. I mean, why did that have to be so hard? What on earth is this UI at times? I am having fun with the game, but some of this stuff is... I've got a first-class honours degree in computer science, boys and girls. There you go. Published to Steam. So it should be on Steam Workshop now. I assume we can now just search for it. I don't know if there's an approval process, if it takes a minute to show up, or if it's going to just appear on there straight away. Let's try searching for lollujo. It's not on there yet. So I guess it will take a little while to filter through. But there you go. We've got a link to it down in the chat anyway, if you're on Twitch. I mean, it is on its way on, look. So anytime now, you'll be able to get the squad view off of Steam Workshop. Ta-da! The update is good, but somehow my team and tactics has gone from scoring to drawing 5 on the bounce. I don't think there was any changes to the match engine. I think that's just Football Manager things. We also now have the different coloured attribute things on there, which have they carried over into this save? Because that doesn't look as useful as it did previously. Although I guess they are all supposed to be the same colour, aren't they? We need to look at a Premier League player. We need to look at somebody who's actually got some variance in their attributes. I've never really messed around with changing attribute colours before, but I couldn't tell them apart on this game. So I have actually done it. There you go, Spurs. Yeah, so we have got a little bit of difference. It's still not super clear. Where is it? So you can pick your presets. I think it's preset 3. So it looks like you have to set this independently for each save. Oh, there you go. That's much clearer now. So it's the dark greyish colour for the low attributes. Then we go into white. Then we go into yellowy, orangey. Then we go into like greeny, bluey, and I can actually see them. 4 is best probably for people who can see colour, or who can tell the difference between red and green. 4 is not best for colourblind people because 4, yeah, that red is rubbish. So 3 is best for me. So I'll be leaving it on 3. The other thing I've done is turned off all the animations and set the transition speed to faster. So it is now a lot snappier navigating around the game as well, which is super duper. I will hydrate. Thank you very much. If you're missing players in your lists, filters apply to almost all screens now. Yeah, I made a fool of myself with filters in Non-League to Legend yesterday. How do you access Steam Workshop? You need to have the game on Steam. So if you're on Epic or Xbox, it's no use to you, I'm afraid. But if you're on, as long as you've got the game on Steam, just click on it in your. Am I ready to uninstall that yet? We're getting there. You just click on the game, and then Workshop is one of the tabs on there. Click Workshop, and ta-da! There it is. Huzzah! Huzzah! Beautiful stuff. Like I say, my file will take a little while to sync up. Still not showing up on search, so it will take a little while, but eventually it will appear. There's your posture check. Heading to Disneyland tomorrow. Other than It's a Small World, what are my main recommendations? Yeah, Big Thunder Mountain. Someone said the Haunted Mansion, which is next to Big Thunder Mountain. That whole Wild West area is my favourite part of the park. But yeah, Small World's great. This Spider-Man ride in Studios is great. I've seen someone else that said Crush's Coaster. Crush's Coaster is probably good if you don't get really travel sick, but you go backwards on it, and it just made me want to throw up. But just have a fun day. Do it all. Do everything. Right, what are our plans for next season? We need to get into our transfer window. Work within wage budget, finish mid-table. I mean, it's not very ambitious, is it? Yeah, we're going to finish mid-table. There you go, everyone's happy. We just need to... What is going on here? We just need to get rid of all these jokers. How do I... I refuse to read any of this. There we go. We're good. We didn't have to read any of it. I want to know what my budget is. Confirm pre-season dates. Yeah, we'll do a 4-week pre-season. I don't know how long a standard pre-season is. I think we've already accepted that vision, haven't we? Yes, yes, yes. Yes. So how much money have we got? Okay, loads of money. That is loads of money for this level. And I imagine we've got quite a few players who are out of contract as well. A few. No more Jimmy J. Morgan, unless we sign him permanently, which we're not going to be able to, looking at the clubs that are interested in him. So I guess we need to get to the transfer window being open, at the very least. They nerfed your mortgageability when joining. Eh? Oh, what? Being able to get all the clauses? Is that what you mean? You can't do that anymore. There you go. That is our budgets. Our youth categories dropped. I'm horrified. So our clauses, I mean, we've probably already sold all the clauses. Are there any clauses we can sell? Oh, there are still clauses for sale. Hold on. Let's take as much money as we can. We want all the clauses. I mean, none of these are particular. It's not quite the same as it was when we first arrived and we got like 10 million. There's a little bit that's coming from clauses. Only clauses you've made yourself, not before anymore. That's a bit harsh. That's sad. But it was silly. We did it in both saves during the beta and it was silly. Is the game worth buying, honestly? There's a demo. That's my official party line for answering that question now. There's a demo on Steam. You can play 6 months without having to pay for it. Go try the demo. If you like the demo, then my affiliate code is there on !FM26 or link in the description on YouTube. And from there, you can still get the game cheap. You're not committing yourself to buying on Steam if you use the demo on Steam. But yeah, now there's a demo out. Play the demo. Try the demo. If you've got Game Pass, try it on Game Pass. Don't just buy it blind. There's no reason to buy it blind at this point because there's a demo out there. Unless you're playing on console, in which case general consensus seems to be maybe not yet. Although I found I was fine on console. I've played an hour or so on Xbox and didn't have the problems everyone else seems to be having. But yeah, there's a demo. Play the demo. I'm very much enjoying it. And as you can see from Steam before, if we jump back onto Steam, I'm very much enjoying it and have played over 200 hours on it. And already have nearly half the achievements on it. So, yes, maybe 100 of those hours were simulating 1,000 years into the future. But I'm definitely enjoying it. I couldn't play FM24 towards the end. The 3,000 hours I had on that, we were done. So it's a breath of fresh air for me. Yes, it's a little bit buggy, but it's also new and different, and new and different is good, as far as I'm concerned. Who the hell is this guy? I mean, he's got decent potential, so he probably does need a contract. There you go. Have a contract, young man. Young man. The board is unwilling to... I don't care. Despite the board's initial... I've refused to attend a board meeting. If I get fired for not attending that board meeting, we're calling that a bug and reloading. Show us the playing hours of FM24. I mean, do I need to? I just told you how many it was. There you go. 2,556.2. And I ended up on 86 of the 100 achievements. Far fewer achievements on 26. They've taken half the achievements away. And then the only other game I've got installed on Steam at the moment is Kevin Tom's Football Star Manager that I played for precisely 19 minutes, which if you looked is probably less time than my YouTube video about it was. So that's an impressive feat, I think. It's fine, but it's very much a keep yourself amused for 20 minutes gimmick. What achievements did I not make in FM24? Most of the multiplayer ones. Which Fuggler is behind me? This one. I got him today at Costco. He's very large. He's got 2 teeth and rabbit ears. I need to stop buying Fugglers. I just can't help myself. They've not fixed non-captains lifting trophies. I mean, that's certainly a long way down on my list of things that need fixing. We've had weird stuff like that in FM before that's never been fixed. So I don't care if that never gets fixed. I obviously will be eventually, but it's really not a high priority, I don't think. Not when we want a 1.42 speed game speed. We've got a player going to the World Cup. That's bananas. Is he out of contract? No, he's got another year. There you go. There you go, boys and girls. We've got a player going to the World Cup. Yeah, 1.5 speed is definitely... It's definitely the one for now, isn't it? But, I mean, I don't know why we have to have those arbitrary chunks on the thing. Anyway, I don't know why we can't just nudge it a little bit each way like we used to be able to. Shall I restart my save? I started on the rest of the beta. I just carry on. There's no reason to restart unless you're having problems. This is a save that I had running in the beta. I'm not restarting. There's not really a reason to, unless you're having particular issues with it. Did you ever look closer at the two-star current 5-star ability youth players? I didn't. I haven't spent a second looking at youth players. Have we got youth players? Well, what do you know? We've got some youth players. Cool beans. Even with bugs, I'm thoroughly enjoying FM26. Good, as you should be. Have we? Hang on. Have we had subs come in that I've not thanked? What a scumbag! Mitch Gaming, thank you for 8 months. MJ Roper, thank you for 52 months. The Real Danny F, thank you for 4 months. Should be noted, all 3 of you sneaking in, but I'll allow it. Release clause. Oh, not Bojan. Anyone but Bojan. What is his release clause? 950. It's not even very big. We paid roughly that for him, didn't we? You know what? I won't be that upset if he goes. I think I've got a much better handle on scouting than I had when because we were playing this game on beta launch night. We did a lot of these transfers. I didn't know what was going on. I don't think I like this tactic. Right, we're making some change. We're not doing... What the hell is that? Is this the hokey cokey? The hell is that? Get that gone. Let's get onto a sensible tactic. I'm a grown man, for goodness sake. I like a 4-3-3. We're going to get a 4-3-3 on here, I think. So get that gone. And we're going to build for a 4-3-3. Sure, are we ticky-tackering? Of course we are. A 4-3-3 ticky-tacker. It's the kind of thing dreams are made of. We're going to pass our way out of the league. And we're going to be revolutionary. No, actually, we will do that. We'll drop our wingers back when we're out of possession. I remember it said you had a great youth intake, but you skipped it and didn't sign any of them. I assume they get signed automatically at some point. I'll level with you. I'm not really that bothered about youth development, especially in this save where we're not in this for the next 5 or 6 seasons. We're doing 1, maybe 2 more seasons. We're really just getting a feel for the game still. I'm not that bothered about youth intake. If we could sign Miles Leeburn, we'd play this save forever. I love that man. I suspect he's a little out of our price range. I see when you showed UI transitions, you've turned all 3 off and transition speed faster. As stupid as this sounds, what does it actually do? It just makes things faster. It's as simple as that. With the transitions on, it adds little zoomy, blurry animations. I'll turn them back on so you can see the difference it makes. So you put them on and you can see it animates. There you go. We had an animation. You pop that on and it's animating it onto the screen. So rather than it just being there, it's kind of crash zooming it, which obviously takes time. So if you turn them off, turn them off and then load up that same thing, just there. Boom. Just there immediately. Which is more how FM has always been, I think. So it just makes everything feel a little bit more... It makes it feel less laggy. And it just makes navigating through the menus that much faster. Oh, money! I'm just checking we've got autosave on. I think we have. Derby have been promoted to the Premier League. What madness is this, boys and girls? I won the championship with Southampton and didn't get a trophy lift. I think there has been a bit of that, yeah. Someone's been watching Thomas the Tank. Not for 20 years. Is it me or are clauses unbelievably valuable in FM26? Apparently not so much anymore. Have I done the update? Yes. Yes, I have. I mean, it's not optional anymore, is it? It's just everyone's got it. It happens automatically now. It was optional for like 16 hours. But now it's just automatic. Everyone on PC's got it. Across all platforms, everyone on PC has it. I have tried the game on console. I've made a video on the main channel of me playing it on console. So if you want to see me playing it on console, full disclosure, it was my very first half hour or so of playing it on console. So it's not a deep dive on it. It's very much a first look, and I've not been back to it since because I've been busy. That's why I'm only just getting around to streaming for the first time since full release. I will look to give it some more time on console, but my initial takeaway was it's very similar to PC, which I think is probably a good thing. Lyndon B. Gaming, thank you very much for the Prime. Is there a way of dragging the pop-up screens like clicking on a mouse? There isn't, no. It's the sort of thing that might come in eventually, but nothing is customizable at the moment. I think the priority was get it working and then worry about making it customizable later. Right, Fevrier wants to be a regular starter. Well, frankly, Jaden, you should get better at football then. And then you'd be able to start more regularly. If Archie Collins now signs a contract, that's interesting, because he told me he wasn't going to. But now it looks like we might actually be able to extend his contract, which is jolly nice. He's going to insist on a minimum fee release clause, but you know what? He was leaving for free. So I don't mind if he now leaves for $1 million. As a backup keeper, he's probably fine. I wouldn't dream of doing this in real life, but in game, as a backup keeper, I don't mind him with 4-star potential. I don't need any of the rest of these clowns, though. Can we not set for release? Oh, don't offer contract, I guess, is what I want to do. There we go. And we'll just do that all automatically. That can all happen automatically. We've got some loans back. How does he compare to our... No, I'm looking for squad planner. Where is... I've moved everything around. I was just learning my bookmarks, and now I've moved them all again because I wanted to change some of the stuff that was on here. Is squad planner up here? Have I got rid of squad planner from my bookmarks? Because that feels like an oversight. I need the squad planner. Ah, where's squad planner? Is there? It's that one. Right. There we go. See, we will learn this stuff eventually. So he is... I mean, he's one of the better wide players that we've got. I think we probably can tell him he can play more football. Hi. There you go. Problem solved. Glad we're all happy now. Just bought the game. Why is the text on it so small? I mean, you can change that. I imagine you're probably playing on quite a big monitor and it's still on the default text size. So you can go into your preferences and you can change your text size in there. So if you want the text to be bigger, you can make the text bigger. Right. All our loans are going back to their parent clubs. It's very sad. But goodbye, Jimmy J. Morgan. We had a lovely time with you. The problem with adjusting text size is not all of the UI adjusts around it. It's kind of built for this text size. So if you then adjust the text size, some of the bits don't fit in all the right areas. I mean, it's something it's a temporary issue, which is why I've not changed mine. At some point, I imagine it will work properly. At the moment, it doesn't fully. There's my posture check. I think the game is a bit better. The stadiums and pictures look a lot more clear, although it's laggy in areas. What, FM26 in general? Is that what we're talking about? Or since the update? Right, Kean Hayes wants to be a regular starter. Well, he's not good enough to be one. So, shut up, Kean. We're building a promotion club. You are not a promotion player yet. You've got potential. Bide your time, young man. Oh no, Barry Fry's retired. Why have we... Why is it telling me Barry Fry's positions? The man is 81 years old. And apparently is a defender / wing back right left, a midfielder right, an attacking midfielder right centre, and a striker left centre. I don't think we needed to know what positions that 81-year-old man used to play in. But yeah, he is a striker who can play left back. The original Jimmy J. Morgan. I don't even think that's true. I think that's just made up. I think that's just a piece of nonsense. Do all staff members have that? Because that's madness. That does mean we need a new director of football. Actually, if we go into our responsibilities, which are... Oh, responsibilities is a whole separate thing there. What do you know? Have we got somebody hiring a new director of football for me? Yes. Okay. I don't need to get involved then. I don't need to care about that. Darren McAntony's going to deal with it, which means he's probably just going to ring up Darren Ferguson because I think it's the only phone number he's got. Look, young man, you're not ready to be starting yet. But we had that conversation. I just want the spacebar function back how it was. Yeah, lots of people are saying that, but at the same time, there's lots of people loving the fact that you're not forced to read every message anymore. So I'm not against it being optional. I think the simple solution to that is just have it as a tab in preferences. Do you want the spacebar to go through the inbox or not? I quite like the fact it doesn't. Certainly when I'm not recording or streaming, I'm very rarely looking at any of the messages. There you go. We've got Charlie Saxby is our new director of football. And he's very good at judging player ability. It's coming back as an option. Oh, well, that's fine then. Yeah, having it as an option is exactly what we need. Yeah, it was on the change list yesterday, wasn't it? In the next update, which I think is coming next week. Did they say next week or just soon? It's not clear, I don't think. But yeah, I think that it is coming back. And if it's coming back as an option, that's super duper. That's exactly how it should be. Right, we've got a technical director to do all of that stuff. So there's not actually a huge amount we need the director of football to do. The main thing we want him to do is that. Get in there, Saxby. Do your thing. I never used the spacebar to navigate messages in 21 years of playing FM. Yeah, exactly. I used to use it to start games. What, the spacebar? You still can. The spacebar still continues. It just doesn't go through all your messages. If I hit spacebar now, the game continues. So, yeah, spacebar still works as a continue button. It just doesn't take you through every message before continuing, which I think is I think that's an improvement. Your squad view is now in the workshop. I had to find it by filtering most recent. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Question. Do the salaries of under 21 and under 19 players get paid from the payroll? Yes. Yes, they do. Right, we are closing in on... I think the transfer window is open any time now. So we can actually start doing some transfers. I can't find where you changed attribute colours. I can indeed show you that. It's in preferences and then detailed, I think it is. So little cog, preferences, detailed, and then audio and visual. And then you just choose from those presets. So you can't customize it fully. All you can do is choose from 3 presets. You can't change the values like you used to be able to, and you can't pick your own colours. But you can choose from those presets. Has there been another update or hotfix since the game came out? Yes, earlier today. Why isn't it accessibility? Because it's not really an accessibility thing, it's a personal preference thing. You could already change the colours in accessibility by putting colourblind mode on. So it's not really for colourblind mode. It's a personal preference thing. That's not on my options. Are you playing on PC? If you're playing on PC, close the game and reopen it so that you get the update. If you're not on a PC, you won't have it yet. How do you change to the view? Once you've subscribed to it in Steam Workshop, just go into your squad and then right click, import view, and it should be on your list here. So you can just click the one that you've just subscribed to. Where can I find your squad view? It is now on Steam Workshop. Apparently we uploaded it at the start of the stream. So if anyone's got the link for the Steam Workshop, feel free to share. At some point, once it's properly like on there, you'll be able to just search lollujo and find it. But at the moment, I don't think it's showing up because we only put it on there like half an hour ago. There you go. So Archie Collins has signed a new contract, a new 4-year contract. Well, I guess we can take him off the transfer list. That's interesting that he signed the contract whilst being on the transfer list, which is something I don't think he would have done in FM24. And it is a little bit illogical that part of the negotiation wasn't, you are going to take me off the transfer list though, right? You didn't name it properly when uploading. The name reset to blank. What? Should we try again? I can't remember how you do it. Update on Steam. Right. Now let's try and find it on Steam. Now it's got a name. So, Steam Workshop. lollujo. No, it's still not showing up for me. It'll be on there eventually. If you search by most recent, there you go. Ha! Yeah, there. That's it at the moment. It has no name or anything, but that has just been updated. So eventually, I'm such a professional. Look at that. What a oh, I can edit the title and description. lollujo squad view. A squad view by lollujo. That's going to upset some people. No squad planner on console. That's not ideal. Should we add an image? If we let's just take a screenshot. And then that can be the image that we use. Can we just paste that? Of course we can't. Add image. Screenshots. Screenshots keep falling on my head. Doop doopy 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 doop. I can attach a YouTube video. Why would you need to do that? There we go, look at that. I'm going to subscribe to it. And can I give it a rating? It can have a thumbs up. There you go. Make sure you all go and give it a rating. So now, if we search for lollujo, it works, everybody! We've done it! J Pie's Game. Thank you for the prime. I assume that's how you pronounce your name. Can't imagine any other way it would be pronounced. And Nobby Hall, thank you very much for the 2 months. Right, should we get back to playing Football Manager? We should really, shouldn't we? We should do a bit. Right, we're on to the 13th of January. So the transfer window is still closed. When did it open? You would think clicking on that would answer that question, but it does not. I'll wait then. I'll wait for it to be open. There's no rush. JP is game. There we go. Attach episode 1 of Nominated Legend. Can you show me how you would hold a team meeting? I haven't found it yet. I think it's from here, isn't it? And then I assume you can do it up here somewhere. It's not something I would ever voluntarily do. It's buy tactics and grade out. Oh, yeah, there you go. It's right there. But you can't do it at the moment because they're all on holiday. You'd think I'd have noticed that button right next to my button, wouldn't you? Shows how much attention I'm paying to the stuff that's not there. Right. Who the hell is this? Tyler Williams. He's rubbish. We don't want him. Get out of here. How do I get out of here? Have we... Get me responsibilities again. I feel like I need to adjust them. I think I've got a guy who's trying to get me young players, which I don't want. I want him to find me first team quality players. Yeah, forget this nonsense. The AI is useless at identifying young players. So let's just focus on first team ready. Where's my pop? Here it is. Found it. Right, the transfer window is finally open. Financial fair play, blah, 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 blah. Harley Mills. You know what? If they pay his full salary, I don't mind this. He needs game time. But they are paying his full salary. The window's literally just opened. Yeah, if you're not paying his full salaries, why are we even having this conversation? It's just a waste of time. Come back to me on deadline day with silly offers like that. Now is not the time for me to... Well, it's not a going out of business sale. Does the mouse disappear automatically during a match? It does not, no. Played a few games on the PS5. 5 games into the season. It's crashed 3 times already. I mean, yeah, bugs will be fixed. It's a shame that they're there. Bugs will be fixed. I am fascinated that it seems to struggle more on PlayStation than on Xbox. Because I did my console first look on Xbox and it just ran absolutely fine. No problems at all. Which I realise isn't particularly helpful to hear. But yeah, I had no issue with it at all. So it is capable of running. It just isn't at the moment, I guess. Right, who have we got that's good? There you go, he's good. I've signed him before, Kane Kessler Hayden. And he's requested a transfer. I mean, that is a shows we mean business kind of transfer if we get him. I don't really want to spend £1 million all in one go. We'd have to slap some of this on the Never Never. But yeah, this is business. This is the kind of business we want to be involved in. Something like that. Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, there we go. Get me that player, please. There we go. Get in before everybody else gets in. I mean, he's good enough to start on either side for us. He's very good at football. And I don't mind that at all. If someone wants to give me £6.5 million from him in the future, that's fine. £8 a week's a lot, but he is a huge upgrade on anything we've got on either side at the moment, and he can play both sides and allows us to have that charging forward. I mean, imagine him as the playmaking wing back, just charging forward, doing wonderful things. So fingers crossed we are able to secure that one. What's my one favourite feature on FM26? Mine, instant result button. The instant result button's up there. The new tactics thing is up there as well. That little tactical analysis screen where you click on one of the 9 segments and it shows you where your players will be in and out of possession. I think that's brilliant. That's actually got me paying attention to and understanding tactics where I haven't really cared before. So there are some nice new things. Oh, where are our clubs in for him now? It's the last thing we need. As a non-tactics person, I love the new tactics stuff, and I think that's a fairly common reaction. Everyone else needs to get gone. I was in first. Let me have him. Oh, let me have him. I want him more than they do. I promise I want him more. What are my thoughts on Darragh McAntony, the in real life one? I mean, he saved the football club. He used to play for Posh many, many years ago. He got sent off for us at Wembley. Yeah, without him, the club might not exist. So I think as a big picture thing, he's had a net positive result on the club. He's just a bit hot-headed. And occasionally makes some poor decisions, but I guess he is human. And he likes Lego as well. He's got a Lego room in his house, so he can't be that bad, can he? I already was overpaying for Kessler Hayden. I can't overpay for him even more. Rotherham have made a non-negotiable offer of 19 grand. Rotherham. Okay, I thought I paid a lot more than 50 grand for him. That's actually not as bad as I thought it was. He's transfer listed by request. I mean, I still, you know what? Just get him gone if he doesn't want to be here. We're building a team of players who want to be here. Do 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 be do be do. Bong. Have we got this guy yet? Where is he? Which one of these is transfer activity? We're not getting him, are we? Which is a shame. I would like to think Coventry turned down all the lower offers. We're offering more money than anybody else, so only accept our offer. Board have blocked the thrift deal. I mean, fine then. I don't really care. Do I still go dogging with Dave? Yeah. Gotta go dogging. Me and Dave love dogging. Well, I mean, that's... No. No, I mean, just no, obviously. That's not enough money. Oh, we might actually get him. He's come back asking us for more money. I don't know that we can give him more money. He was already going to be our highest paid player. Oh. He's not come to ask us for more money. He's asking Millwall for more money. I see. Oh. I mean, I'll offer him a little bit more anyway. It's a lot of money. I don't think we have anyone anywhere near that. To be fair, give him a tour of Peterborough. That's the last thing. I mean, I'll give him a tour of Millwall. That'll be a better idea. I shall hydrate. Ba 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 bum ba bum 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 bum. I am having an apple tango, yes, and it's a delight. I liked your video yesterday. The community needs to move on now and try to be positive. I agree. I think we can all acknowledge that the game is not perfect, but at some point a line needs to be drawn where the people who consider it unplayable just don't play it. We're not getting him. And the rest of us just get on with enjoying it and don't engage in the discourse, because there's just so much arguing going on and it's so annoying. Can't we all just get along? Right, we're just selling everyone who's not tied down, I think. Right, well, we didn't get him, which is annoying. Is this going to be the theme of the summer? So if we go back up here, with the new hotfix, how do you make the UI faster? You go into preferences, detailed, audio visual, turn off all three of the animations, and then bump up transition speed to faster. And that will make the game faster. I think it basically does what that mod that everyone had for a few days. I think it basically does what that mod did. Right, we don't want old men. Let's get back to how Posh traditionally do things. We want young and hungry players that we can sell on for a profit, but we also want them to be good enough to improve the team now. And that is a tricky combination. How tall are you, young man? That's a bit short for a centre-back. Don't even know that we necessarily even need a centre-back. Transfer only at this point. We're not here for loans this early in the summer. Loans come later for filling the gaps. Where do you add the stuff from the workshop in-game? You just go to your squad screen and then right-click on this line here and import view, and you'll be able to bring it in there. Right. He is a former Posh youngster. So I think we bring him in. We made good money on him. And then he was kind of the big loser in Luton getting promoted to the Premier League, because they signed him off us for loads of money. Even gave him a few appearances in their promotion season, but then obviously getting to the Premier League, they didn't use him. So he's had to tumble back down the leagues again. But he's a different kind of striker to what we have currently. Sticking to the ring who we know strategy. Yeah, absolutely. We're Posh. It's what we do. Michael Mellon has been good in previous FMs as well. Thing is, we don't really need a striker. We've got a couple of good strikers, especially if we're switching to this 4-3-3 and Harry Leonard isn't going to play as that shadow striker that he did all last season anymore. They're basically our two strikers. We don't really need another striker. We need midfielders and fullbacks. Boink. Of which there are fairly slim pickings, it seems. He's available for free. So he might be somebody to bring in. I've had him in FM before. Sam Raksaki. I mean, I guess we need to go for the ones that we can pick up for very little money. So can we just approach to sign? Yes, we can. So let's try and do shenanigans. A shenanigans summer might be the way forward. A good old-fashioned shenanigans summer. You're not having any of that nonsense. What did I just say? We're doing a shenanigans summer. Right. Let's get that gone. And we're looking specifically for players whose contract is expiring within the next month, because it's very nearly free transfer o'clock. And then we want good young player. In fact, if we're going for free transfers, we can probably bump this age up a little bit to like there even. I just don't want to sign any super old men. See, he's been good in previous FMs, and I think he's a big boy as well. Yeah, 6'4", and you can't teach that, boys and girls. You're not having these things. I don't mind him having a release clause. I'll try and take it out, but I don't mind him having it. Fine. You can have it. Is there a way you can get the spacebar working as did previously? Not yet. They're adding it in as an option on the next update. Is it safe to start a 15+ season save now? Yes. As safe as it's going to be in a week, anyway. I don't think they're going to do anything hugely game-changing at this point. It's just going to be bug fixes, and bug fixes can be applied to existing save games. Oh, wow, he plays for Annecy. Me and Anna went to Annecy and had French onion soup, and it was delicious. Which means I want to sign him, purely for that reason. I'll tell Anna. He's bringing soup with him. She'll be delighted. Right, so that can be our new centre-back partnership. Well, I mean, I accept we're not getting all of these players, but we're going to try. Would be rude not to. And then he can play fullback on either side. And he's not as good as what we already had. Tyler Fredrickson as a defensive midfielder. Feels like a good idea. I mean, I realise I could wait a couple of days and trial these players rather than doing it this way that I've never done it before, but we're trying new things. We're doing things differently. Joe White. Channel midfielder. Is he, by golly? Is he? I think this little batch will do for now. Let's see how many of them we get. Probably none of them. We might have to have a big old rethink. Oh, wowzers. Okay, straight in. Tyler Tyler, desperate to join. In you come, young man. First signing of the summer, Tyler Fredrickson. That was almost instant. I feel like I might have paid him too much money. These two both have agreed immediately as well. Is this because I've come in just before their contracts expired? So they're just desperate to find a club? This might be a good time to make offers. We might have found secret shenanigans. Right, in that case, who else is there? We need a midfielder and a fullback as well. Are you my fullback? I mean, you can play on either side. Is the job centre fixed? I've not looked at the job centre. Was it broken? What was wrong with the job centre before? I need to adjust my budgets. Can I not do that from here? Right. Where do you go to adjust budgets these days? Probably here. Let's go to like that. And then how do we get back to that contract that we were just negotiating? Go away, Saxby. Ah, there he was. I saw him for a moment. Hi, it's me again. There we go. 'Twas easy enough. Right, that would be a fullback for us then. And we do need a fullback. And then we need midfielders as well. So maybe we do go for Joe White. And just bring in our whole squad of players on a free. And then we can add in any extras that we need later. Do we go for two fullbacks who can both play on either side? Just because it's convenient. I think we might. Come on, Mitch. Right, is there anyone else on there that really tickles my fancy, shivers my timbers, etc., etc. What we haven't got yet is found a striker. And I know we don't need a striker, but that doesn't mean I don't want a striker. You can't really do a summer of transfers and not bring in a striker. He just feels uncivilized. We've used him before and he was quite good. Obviously not on this game. Striker. Obviously the option to actually pay for strikers will be there as well at some point. Right, apparently we can compare two players now. So can we compare him with... Oh, you can only compare it with shortlisted players. Right. So add him to the shortlist for a month. He doesn't need to be on there for long. And then comparison. Right. It's still a bit clunky, isn't it? Comparison with... Hey, there we go, look. We can compare players finally that aren't signed for us. I mean, it's not very useful, is it? Unless you like attributes. Why has it done that in centimetres? I'm not some kind of pervert. Give me it in feet and inches, for goodness sake. I mean, he's taller and... Which one's which? Which one is he? I don't know which one's which. Who is the quicker one? He's taller and faster, so he's the guy then. So we only need one. Boom. Okoronkwo's on there. A non-league to Legends legend. There are some very familiar names there. Will Dixon's someone we've had before as well. Right. See how many of these come in then. There's definitely something to be said for negotiating just before their contracts expire, because it's happening so quickly. They're just immediately being like, yes, yes, please, give me a club. I've got rent to pay next week. So just get them all in. Right, so he'll join us. They'll all join us on the 1st. Yeah, in you all come, you bunch of rascals, and then we can do some spendy shopping after July the 1st. Who are we confirming? Yeah, get them all confirmed. Everyone's confirmed. Confirm everybody. They might all be rubbish. We're putting a lot of trust in our scouting setup here. If this is an absolute bunch of dross that we've wasted an entire summer's budget on, when it all turns up, we are never trusting a scout in FM26 ever again. Who the hell's this guy? Oh, the soup guy. Yeah, appeal. Old Soupy. Get him in. Right. Release. Don't know who he is. I mean, yeah, okay. Probably should have checked his potential. Release. Get rid of all these youngsters. What do we need young players for? We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Get rid of all the youngsters. Old men only. thought that said we'd released 35 players for a minute there. That would have been a little excessive, I think. Right, Garbett. Let's see if we can get him a new contract. That's a lot of money, Matthew. Oh, my word. Can we take that down a smidge? Oh, we can. Smashing. When's next Non-League Legend? Tomorrow, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, Monday to Friday is Non-League Legend. For the foreseeable. Now I've finally got the game. I don't know what the fuss is about. Yes, there's bugs. Yes, it's a bit different. Can't find anything, but it's still FM and I'm still enjoying it. That is a perfect review of the entire experience. At least as it is now. To be fair, a week ago, much buggier. Oh, there you go, look. 6 players in. Have I got to welcome them all individually? Oh, my word. Archie Collins already... Oh, I could only welcome one, though. Oh, well. Hope I welcomed the right one. Transfer room can give free agents, but I don't think you can specify free agents. So, like, if we decide we want a goalkeeper... We can ask for goalkeepers, but it won't necessarily show us free agents, so it's less useful for finding freebies. They'll still come up, but they just won't be as frequent. Is there no intro for Non-League Legend this year? There wasn't an intro for Non-League Legend last year. We made the decision like 2 years ago, analytics led, that the intro does more harm than good. I know there are a few people who like it, probably quite a lot of people who like it, but there's more people who take it as an excuse to turn off before the videos even got started. It's very old school YouTube dated stuff. So yeah, it's been a long time since there's been an intro. Didn't even notice it had gone. Good. I mean, I didn't want to make a big deal of it, but yeah, it's not there. It wasn't there last year either. Thanks for watching. Now that we, this is how we identify the ones who didn't watch the in-between games one that we did this time last year. You rascals. I will hydrate. But yeah, that intro cost me like £500 a year to have made. So I didn't really want to spend £500 on something that's actively harming the retention rate on the videos. Even though, like I say, a lot of people liked it. I quite liked it. But, I mean, just my personal opinion on something isn't enough of a reason to either include it or not include it. I certainly wouldn't have the thumbnail style that I use if it was based on what thumbnails do I like the look of. I go with the thumbnail style that works. There you go, big strong boy. Watched last year, never missed an episode. Well, there was no intro in that, I don't think. Maury, thank you very much for the sub. We all saw you get rattled by Zed calling me old school. I mean, that isn't what happened. What happened was I'd already made the decision to stop using it, hadn't bought it for the new year, and then he said it, and it's like, oh no, now it's going to look like I've removed it because he said I should remove it. When in actual fact, I had to order that thing like 6 months in advance and hadn't ordered it, had already decided I wasn't going to have it. And then that turd came out and made it look like it was him who caused it. That's what I was upset about. None of these are enough money still. So we just decline them all because we need 200,000. Right. Where is... Let's have a look at my best 11 now. With big, strong boys at the back. Look at him. All 6'4" of him. He's a great signing for Posh. Excuse me. He will be a playmaking wing back and he'll like it. Can't really have him as a playmaker and then holding. He can be a playmaker and then an ordinary fullback. And then, yeah, he can be wide. He can then tuck in a bit. Although he doesn't want to. So what does that do to our shape? So we don't really have anyone over here. Look how wide Ashby is. I mean, this works. That works for me. We are on a positive mentality. We do obviously need to trim the squad, but I'm not forcing players out. We'll just wait for offers to come in. We get more money that way. There's no reason to panic just yet. We've got loads of cash still. So I'm pretty happy with the squad as is. Do you think inside forward is a good role, or would winger or wide forward be better? They're all of the above are good roles if used in combination with roles that complement them in systems that complement them. I don't think there is necessarily good and bad roles. There's roles that serve different purposes. There you go. New contract for Garbett, who is at the World Cup, I might point out. Ah, there you go. We thumped the youngsters. Love thumping youngsters. Oh, it's Peterborough Sports, actually. Even better. Thumped the upstarts from down the road in their stupid Cambridge knockoff kits. Even better. Right, he can have an ESC place because he's bringing soup. So any man who's going to deliver soup can have the ESC spot. There's your posture check. What save is this? This is just us managing Posh to get used to the new game. It's not a particularly long-term save. It's more of a figuring out what we're doing and how things work kind of save. Soup guys in. Lovely stuff. Right, now we can see who's not going to fit into the squad and bin them off. So he can go on the transfer list because we've just signed 2 centre-backs. He can go on the transfer list. Goalkeepers don't need to be registered. He can go on the transfer list. He can go on the transfer list. Guess what? He can go on the transfer list. He's already on it. He can go on the transfer list. He's young enough to stay on the loan list for now, I should think. As is he. He can also go on the loan list. Oh, he's already on it. Smashing. There we go. Give him a squad number. Oh, and then we magically continue. Right. So we've now got some decent centre backs, which is delicious. Good fullbacks. We could do with a better goalkeeper. Excellent defensive midfielder, especially now Collins is sticking around. I mean, we probably need more wide players again. That's all we signed last year. How are we in this situation where we still need wide players? I don't understand. Oh, we need. Is there anyone available for free? I mean, yes, there is. We'll have one of those, please. Oh. Can we adjust the budget so that I can give him everything he wants in life? Where is he? We can't give him enough money. I don't think we're going to get him, are we? Which is annoying. We maybe should have waited for players to be released. Remove and exclude. Non-negotiable. I don't think we're going to get him, but I'd very much like to get him. He's quite good. Everyone else is, fair enough. That guy's got a good name. But we'd like him. I'd like him to be our new boy, please. I don't think we're going to get him. Can't believe it's only 7 days until I get married. Nice. Congratulations. See if Ricky J. Jones is available for loan. I mean, he turned us down last summer, so he's probably going to turn us down again. Coventry. I mean, it'd be upsetting if he goes somewhere like that. Can you not? What am I doing wrong here? Is this the game just bugging out on me? I think I've offered him everything they've asked for. He won't come. He didn't come last time. Right, a Kagbue we want to go out on loan. So, I mean, they're all fine. Any of those are fine. Squad registration candidate. There you go. He replaces de Havilland in the squad. Yeah, he can go on the loan list. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Who the hell is he? Doesn't matter. Sausage rolls are delicious. They are. Anyone here found a fix for ultra wide screens? I don't think there is one, is there? Play in windowed mode, I guess, rather than filling your ultra wide screen. Yeah, Ricky J. Jones is not going to sign for us. Understandably. Right, can we just let him go? Do we have to have the offers all come in separately? He's not a regular starter anymore because he wants to leave, the silly boy. Right, Hughes is not in my plans. He can go. Karlsruhe have made an offer for Ricky J. Jones, so he's definitely not coming to us. I mean, you literally want to leave. You're not part of my plans. Just get out. You want to leave, go somewhere else. I wanted to invite you to the wedding, but my bride-to-be said you don't even know him. I said the same about her dad. Didn't go down well. Nice. How do you add logos and real names, lower leagues in game from Workshop? I haven't tried it yet. I assume it's the same way you did previously, but I've not attempted to. Huddersfield got him. How much are they paying him? Not even much more than we offered. Apparently Huddersfield are a more attractive proposition. What league are they in? They're in our league. That is upsetting. They're not even much better than us. Mr. Tickle's the best goalkeeper in the league, look. There'll never be a more appropriately named goalkeeper than Mr. Tickle. I refuse to accept that it's possible to have a better name for a goalkeeper than Mr. Tickle. Right, Ethan Ennis. I feel like is somebody we've had in previous... We're just signing loads of Man United players. I don't see how that can go wrong. They're probably good enough for League One. And then we need one for the other side. More youngsters, please. Will Dixon's a Man City youngster, isn't he? Yeah. Or we've got Asher Agbinone from the Crystal Palace. Well, Will Dixon then. Will Dixon? No idea. I mean, for that alone, we need to bring him in. As a new to League Two side, I've just got Chelsea away in round 3 of the FA Cup. Nice. Bye-bye, Sam. Shame it didn't work out for you. I will give a parting comment. I don't do it very often. But you just got injured at key moments. So we have to move you on. It's a shame. Can I ask if anyone thinks this is cheating? Probably. I haven't read the rest of it. It probably is cheating, though. That's if you have to ask, it probably is. Let's read the rest of it. If you have a scouting level, say surrounding leagues, your player database will only ever show that info. But if you set scouting to world, but don't go forward any days, the player database shows all players. Is that cheating? Yes. I mean, it's a single player game. Do what you want. There's no such thing as cheating in FM. If you want to reload after every time you lose a match, fill your boots. It's a single player game. Do I not look at a player's injury history before you sign them? Nah. I don't even look at their full name half the time. We have a very laissez-faire recruitment policy. To be honest, and there is a method to the madness. It's not purely laziness. One of the worst things that, for me, breaks the immersion in Football Manager is if you pay too much attention, it's not possible to make a bad signing. Every player you bring in will just improve the team, because if you look hard enough at all the numbers, you can't make a wrong decision. It's not really possible to do. So I quite like not really paying attention, because it means we get surprises. We get players who we thought were going to be rubbish who turn out awesome. Players we thought were going to be awesome turn out rubbish, and everything in between. And I think it just adds a big slice of realism. Should we sign John Joe Shelby? I mean, I've done stupider things. I mean, he's on far too much money. Yeah, balls to him then. I got an editor on now. That's cheating. Not if it's a single player game, it's not. Do what you want. Farino wants to be a regular starter. Well, I've said to several of your teammates, Chris, if you wanted to be a regular starter, you had your opportunity last year before we just signed 2 new centre-backs. You weren't very good, so you're done. Get out of my football club. Yeah, you don't have the required ability. I can't just let you do this. I mean, you don't have a choice. Oh, here we go. Here we go. His mates are in. Hello, mates of Chris. I mean, what a... Look at them. It's a bunch of fringies. Ah. Kev walks into a room. Oh, the reserves are in. What are you not doing here? We got an under-23 game. Oh. Goodness me. Most of the players have my... I mean, most of the good players have my back. I mean, there's such a simple solution to this. Most of them are already on the transfer list. Just slap... I mean, I actually want to keep him. Just slap the rest of them on. I don't even know who he is. The fact that almost all of them are already on the transfer list does tell you quite a lot. I won't have my authority questioned. There you go. He loved that. That was very productive. It was a good way. It was similar to when I make a controversial YouTube video, just so that I can block everybody who criticises me. We've just basically done the same process there. That seems like a made-up word. Oh, it's not. It's a real place. Yes. Yes. So, I know in a non-league transfer window, not open any players in, so I use the editor to get them in. Hideous. Absolutely hideous. But it's a single-player game. Do what you want. The board won't let me get rid of Frith, which is upsetting. Because he doesn't want to be here. Have the updates made much of a difference? Yes. Yes, they have. I was watching some of your old FM 2016. Times have changed from sitting in a garage to this place. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the main change has been my kids grew up and moved out. Or else I don't even have a garage now. So, you know, it's not that it's been a huge upgrade. I just... we're still in a 3-bedroom house, albeit a different one. The only difference now is rather than the 2 other bedrooms being used to put children in, one has my computer and one has my toys. But yeah, it's definitely a step up on the garage. For sure. Right, clear. Boom. Yeah, he can go. Yeah, he can go. Ricky J. Jones has gone to Karlsruhe for 1.7 million. Do we get some money here? 45 grand. utterly hideous. Right, these are the unregistered players, so let's actually offer them out and try and generate some pennies. Because it would be nice to... I mean, I'm pretty happy with the squad, but if my director of football wants to find me a star now, I'm not going to be upset. Lovely. Oh, Goddess Lady Hades, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. Very much appreciated. If we could all get our nuts out as a way of saying thank you. Thank you. Obviously, if you're on YouTube, you can't get your nuts out. The Twitch lot, nuts everywhere at the moment, though. They're having a lovely time. Right, Ethan Ennis is coming in. We're all getting older. I first watched you play Football Manager on FM17. Goodness me. Don't let the young people know how old I am. That'd be a disaster. I'm only 23. Right, convince these lot to find new clubs. Have your fill 26. Thank you for the sub as well. Right. Go on. Find yourself a new club, you wallies. You what Oh, just stay on the screen that we were on, you plum. What are you doing to me? The button's moving even. What is going on? Right, promotion odds. We didn't get Will Dixon, but we did get the other guy. Which I guess is not a disaster. Right. Who the hell is he? Oh, have I just done a whoopsie? Oh, I haven't. Have I sold him? Hold on. Who the hell is he? He's a real boy. Why is he on the track? Oh, goodness me. Was he one of the idiots? Get him off the transfer list. I've reconsidered. Oh, God. Transfer activity. It's all going wrong. Where is he? Reject. No. We're not letting that one go through. I hope. I don't know what's going on. Esbrigo, thank you very much for 6 months in advance. That is heroic work and extraordinary confidence in my new stream schedule. But it is much appreciated. It's maybe heresy, but I appear to be doing better with a defensive tactic at the moment. I would rather poke myself in the eye. I'd rather fail. You sign a lot of players and they end up in the under-21s. That's what I do. It's youth development, what you're describing there. If they're good enough, eventually a member of staff recommends I put them in the first team squad. Brazil have just won the World Cup. If you didn't notice that flash up in front of you as it went through. Right, Ennis is in. He looks quite good. 3 stars of current ability, which is jolly nice. Can play on either side. Lots of potential. Can play up front as well. He's a good boy. Right. Yep, you can go. Yep, you can go. Yep, I'm not even looking at the amounts. I just want them out. We've got plenty of money. We don't really need to make money. We need to clear players. H2G2 Researcher, thank you very much for the super chat. It's so good to have a place where people are enjoying FM26. Any advice for building a defence? I'm conceding so much in my WSL save. I've not actually managed a women's team yet, so my advice is very men's team specific and probably not very helpful. Big meaty boys, which I don't think is going to help you, but like a couple of big 6'5" centre backs who are like 18 stone and just build a wall, which is probably harder to do in women's football, I acknowledge. So whatever the women's equivalent of that is, would be my starting point. And probably more useful advice, make sure you've got at least one player shielding your defence. So I think certainly since like FM23 now, you need at least one defensive midfielder in your squad. So if you've got like a flat midfield four, you need to drop one or two of the midfielders back. You can have your little double pivot thing in there. You can have one defensive midfielder, but the days of just being able to do a defence and then a midfield, they're over in Football Manager and have been for a few years anyway. Bakel Bells. Thank you for the prime. I probably said your name wrong. And Keen or Not Keen, thank you very much for the 15 months. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right. What's happening here? They're trying to take my scouts away from me now. Yes, I'll register him. There you go. He's registered, probably. I married a big meaty girl. They're great. There you go. Get yourself a big meaty girl. Big meaty girl sounds like my internet search history. You bunch of rascals. Right, Keller's on his way out. I'm marrying a big meaty girl next week. I mean, Football Manager players have got a type, it seems. Just joined. What's the context? Honestly, you don't want to know. I just make one of my mids a DM. That does not go forward. That seems to help. Yeah, exactly. This is all getting quite weird. Getting quite weird. I mean... Right. So he's gone, which is good. We need players to leave before we can bring in any more, really. It's been weird since 7 PM, I know. Just leave all that as is for now. We're not faffing around renewing contracts for a year's time yet. Right, Johnson's leaving as well. That's good. We've lost one of our scouts, so let's place an advert for a new scout. He's gone, so we've made some money there. So money is starting to trickle back in now. In fact, we can probably... Just to give my director of football something to play with. I'm happy with the squad. And certainly until I'm happy to spend up until the season starts now getting rid of the players we don't want and then wait for deadline day to swoop for bargains unless my director of football finds someone in the meantime. That's the policy now. Is it just me or does the transfer window just not feel right? Doesn't tell you when it starts. I mean, it told me when it started. Just feel like I'm flying through it too quickly compared to previous FMs. I like flying through it quickly. I think, again, it's been streamlined. And I think they probably need to work on the balance to allow the people who want to faff about the opportunity to choose to do so. But I don't want that to be at the expense of letting people like me be more streamlined and just get through. I mean, we've done a whole bunch of transfers. We don't need to faff around for another hour with this transfer window. I mean, we've done a lot of transfers, both in and out. We've just done them relatively quickly. And to me, that's a huge plus. Has anyone figured out the no sound issue with the demo? I haven't had sound on at any point. Right, we don't actually want to sell this kid. So we're going to cancel that deal, and he's probably going to get upset, but we're going to get him in. Oh, he's already in the first team squad. How do I not know he exists? How good is he compared to... We probably need to... Where is he then? There he is. There he is, look. There he is, the little rascal. I see you, Zane. We're going to get you playing some football this season. I hope you don't mind. Right, Odo is on his way out. Praise Garbett. He's been at the World Cup after all. Deserves some praise. Right, captains. Review captaincy. I mean, we could give the captaincy back to Archie Collins now he's signed a contract. Which I'm kind of tempted to do. Well, his leadership's only... We might make him vice captain. Well, Bojan's right up there as well. Why is Bojan not showing on here? You know what? I'm just not going to change any of it. It's too complicated. Oh, we can talk to new signings about? I don't even understand. You know what? Just confirm. Let's not faff about. We sold the few clauses that we had earlier in the summer. Right, we can mortgage our instalments here though, so we'll have a bit of that. Sell the future. Oh, my bunion's throbbing, boys and girls. Daniel Carrington, thank you very much for the 5 months. What's your balance? By the way, it's not in finance, but the club's main page. I like the fact it's not there because it's something I don't need to know. It's none of my concern. I'm not the finance director. Where does it even say? I quite like the fact that I'll never see it accidentally. Is that my balance? There you go. But it's, I imagine Mikel Arteta doesn't know what Arsenal's bank balance is. That to me feels normal not to know what the bank balance is as the football manager. It's a weird thing to know. So I'm all for it being a bit hidden. That's a perfect example of what I was talking about before. Have the stuff in there still for the nerds who want to go and find it. And I mean nerd as a compliment. If I'm calling you a nerd, oof, yeah, I'm basically flirting with you. But have it in there for the nerds. But for the rest of us, I just never need to see it. I don't need to know where it is. I don't need it put in front of me ever. And I think that's, in general, progress for the game as a whole. Right. Yeah, these are all fine. Imagine being Kev's finance director. Why we're millions in debt in 5 years. Well, if we're millions in debt after 5 years, it's because they've not set the budgets correctly. That's their problem. All I can do is work to the budgets they set me, which I am. So if sticking to the budgets they give me leads to the club being millions in debt after a few years, then they need to be better at their job because I'm pretty good at mine. I've stuck to my budgets. Right, I kind of want to sign Dominic Iorfa because his dad taught me to do diving headers years ago, but he's 31 now. It's not really the time. I need a time machine to bring him in. Right, he has gone to Crawley. He's rejected Barrow. What a weirdo. What are you rejecting them for? Yeah, most clubs in world football are in debt. That is another good point. Right, he's dropped his playing time concern. I'm not against him staying at the club. When does the season start? It must be quite soon because we're about to hit August. Oh, yeah, tomorrow. There you go. So we're not going to get any more transfers in before we get to see if this team and tactic are any good. If they're not, I'm going to get fired. We need to get promoted this year. I remember around when 25 was still a thing, SI mentioning certain stuff being cut for now because their statistics showed only 5% of the players used it. I think it would be better if they showed what they cut and included those percentages. I think that would calm a bunch of people. If a feature I loved was cut, but I found out it was only in the 5% of those who use it, I'd be more understanding. I mean, I think it's fair to assume if a feature's been cut, it was not used as much. They have the data for everything. They've prioritized rebuilding this stuff. The way I understand it, there's two things that have been considered when building a feature. Because remember, there's not been any features that are cut. There's just been features that haven't been rebuilt because everything had to be rebuilt. So when deciding whether or not to rebuild a feature, they would consider, firstly, was anybody using it? And if nobody was using it, then just bin it off completely. And if people were using it, can they make it better? And then it's about, can they make it better now, or will it maybe take a little bit longer? So if a feature's not in the game, it's either because nobody was using it, or because when it does come back, it'll be better than it was before. And they're the only two reasons for features to be missing. I understand. If they back it up with statistics, honestly, I don't think they have to. I think it's unnecessary for them to come out and like show us for every feature they've removed and have to justify. At some point, we just have to like trust them to make the right decision. They're the one making the game. I don't think they need to be justifying every little thing that they do. I mentioned it before, but I'd love to know what areas of my staffing team need improving. They took that away and didn't replace it. What they took away was you being able to compare your staff with the rest of the league, which was an unrealistic thing to be in. And I have no issue with them taking it out. There probably needs to be a cleaner way. There maybe needs to be a solution longer term for, okay, so how do I decide if my staff are any good or not? And there's an argument that the way to decide if your staff are any good or not is, well, are your players developing? That's how clubs will decide it in real life. Is there an issue with your scouting? Are your players not developing right? Is everyone injured? Are players getting worse? Oh no, but then your staff are probably all right then. And that's the more realistic way to judge, I think, probably. Right, so wing-backs, wingers, playmaker. Two playmakers, risky business. What is an ACB? Advanced centre-back. There you go. Flint's going to be a playmaking centre-back now. So what does that even do? I want to see what an advanced centre... Oh, my word. This is insane. We can't do this, surely. Leaving one man back. That feels potentially problematic. As fun as that would probably be, we probably shouldn't. Right, hold on. So Garbett and Collins, I think, are far enough away from each other that we can have them both as playmakers and probably be okay. Daniel Baker, thank you for the super chat. The game loves selling clubs off. I've had 3 takeovers. Nice. Leave one 35-year-old centre-back back. What's the problem with that? I do like the idea of having proper wing-backs. Part of me is tempted to have both of the wide men tucking in, though. We'll see how it plays. We're gonna be occupying a lot of width. Let's see how we get on in a football match with our new ticky-tacky system. Tickety-tackety. I think if we were going to use that advanced centre-back, we'd probably need to have more traditional defensive wing-backs, or maybe a third centre-back or a half-back or something like that. I don't think we can play with 2 attacking wing-backs, a deep-lying playmaker in front of them, and an advanced centre-back. That's probably going to be about as solid defensively as the first iteration of the hokey cokey. Oh, that's not ideal. Oh dear. Offside, ref? I mean, we may as well have just left one guy back. These 2 together weren't much use, were they? I mean, we've signed 2 new centre-backs and we're not playing either of them. So that might be where I'm going wrong. Why are we not playing either of them? Where are they? What the hell is Anderson? My new 6'4" centre-back that I was so excited about. Who picked this team? I suspect he's not fit. That's what it's all about. Right, there you go. There's one of the new boys. Oh, this is... Look at it. Ticky-tacky. This is more like it. Oh, that would have been beautiful. Anyone risk playing FM26 on Steam Deck or ROG Ally yet? I played it on Steam Deck during the beta. I haven't given it a go since the full game has been out. I've not had time. I do plan to do a video soon, so I will be giving it a go. I've got my Steam Deck sat here out next to me to remind me to do it. Oh, this is good football. Oh my goodness me. Nearly. White looks lively early on. Quick Pick picked it. How dare you? I don't use Quick Pick. I use Selection Advice. And they do give you 2 different teams. Quick Pick is for lazy people who can't be bothered to do the extra button clicks for Selection Advice. I'll wait for your video before deciding if it's worth buying one, mainly for FM then. I mean, I suspect it won't be, based on how it's played previously. Yes, this is 1.5 match speed. Trickster Gaming, thank you very much for the 3 months. As we cruise towards 400 subscribers, I've just noticed, which is jolly nice. Exciting news as well, boys and girls. On that topic, we have a stream sponsor next week, just for a couple of weeks. It's not a new long-term one, but we have got a stream sponsor. We're being sponsored by Biscuits. More news to come. Biscuits, boys and girls. Forget VPNs. Biscuits are where it's at. It's perfect. I'm simultaneously going to be doing a Huel sponsorship on Non-League to Legend whilst promoting biscuits on stream. It's like I'm a variety guy. I can go either end of the scale. Come on then. Did the phone charger people sponsor? That was a one-off one. I am using that now, by the way. It's a really good. The desktop one is really good. I've not really used the other one yet, but I mean, I use Ugreen all the time, so it was quite nice to get a sponsorship with them. Fingers crossed it can be an ongoing one, because all my chargers and cables and everything is Ugreen. It was quite nice to actually get a couple of free ones. That's actually an Anchor one. Most of the rest of them are Ugreen. Can you dunk a biscuit in Huel? Probably, but I don't think either brand would like it. I'll watch Second Yellow Card stream today. I might have an idea who it is. I imagine there's going to be plenty of biscuits out there, yeah. It'll almost certainly be the same one. We're good all of a sudden. We are good. Look at us go. We're beating probably Manchester United. Or maybe Manchester City. Or possibly Mansfield. But look at that. We're good. All of a sudden, we're good. All we needed was a whole load of new players and a ticky-tacky. Yeah, Huel. I've done a few sponsorships with Huel before, and I quite like it, so I don't mind keep redoing it. But normally they send me like a pack. They said, what flavours do you want? And I said, well, I like these flavours. And we went to Costco this afternoon and we got back, and there are 3 massive boxes of Huel that were just sat in my garden. And I haven't even opened them yet to see what's inside. I've got a lot of Huel all of a sudden. So I suspect they're planning on doing more than one sponsorship. Huel did get me through my world record attempt, and they didn't even sponsor that. I had to, if you remember, my actual sponsor for that, the deodorant, whose name I can't remember. What deodorant was it? Mitchum. They insisted that we tape over the Huel label so you couldn't actually see it was Huel. Because obviously Huel hadn't sponsored it, but were quite prominently featured. So we had to, all the Huel bottles were taped over, and I couldn't actually say Huel on the world record. Mitchum were great and are great. I had a year's supply of Mitchum. It was brilliant. I've only just had to start buying deodorant again. A Huel unboxing would be good. I'm tempted to do the Huel integration at Bedford on Saturday. Go to 2 chicken shops and then drink a Huel in the car park. I bet they'll love that. Just washing it down with a biscuit. Right, Collins is tired. A tired young man. And February is having a nightmare match, so Ennis can come on and make his debut. And then we're going to bring on the soup guy and let him go back to playmaking at left back the way he likes to. You should arrange a viewing of the flat you chose for non-league. I did think about it, but they've both currently got tenants. And I just think that's an awful thing to do. Turn up. Imagine you're renting that flat and some YouTube scumbag turns up with a camera and starts filming your underpants for a funny video where they're going to mock where you live. I don't know that it'd go down very well. Ennis has scored 3 minutes into his debut. Is there a video of me doing the world record? There is. Somewhere. Dembele's injured. I probably should have taken him off. He's been injured for most of the match. One day I'll get Rightmove in Halifax to sponsor Non-League to Legend. Can you imagine? Yes, the lollujo squad view is on Steam Workshop. If you search for lollujo, it should show up. Oh, look at this football. We are tiki-taka geniuses. This is incredible football. I mean, that goal is sensational. What game speed am I using? This is the new 1.5 speed. The king of speeds. Right, Dembele can come off now. Get new boy on. He's going to have to play on the left wing and like it. Poor old Leonard, one of the star men from last year. He's watching us tap the ball around like this in a system that he just doesn't fit in. And he's like, oh, I got 20 goals last year from midfield. Oh. Oh, okie dokie. Beautiful. Foot and ball. Look at us, top of the league. Lovely old stuff. Oh, the okie dokie. Oh, the okie dokie. Has anyone found the dynamic timeline yet? Thankfully, it doesn't seem like it's in. Hello, Darren. Are you just waiting for my job, are you? Oh, you did go to Wigan. Okay, fair enough. Didn't last long because it wasn't Posh. Dembele's out for up to a month. We probably should have substituted him. Whose idea was it to leave him on when he was broken? Oh, the okie dokie. Oh, the okie dokie. We're not even using it. Am I going crazy, or are the attributes going back to default colours every time you reload the game? I mean, I did notice when we opened this save tonight that it had gone back to the default colours. And I wondered if it was just because it was a different save file. But you might be right. Oh, shut up, Kev. Goodness sake. I need Matt to get music back on. I need to talk to him so we can have music. It goes to the default colours whenever you reload FM. That's a great method for spotting if people are reloading. I like that. A little tell. I imagine that's something that will get fixed in the next patch. GTA just got moved, just got delayed another 6 months. Football Manager would never. Oh dear. We're never going to get to play that, are we? They probably looked at the Football Manager backlash and were like, we don't want any of that. This game needs to be perfect. Quick question. In regards to the in-game editor, what happens if you change the current ability of a player, say from 50 to 60 for current ability? What happens? They get a bit better. Their attributes will go up a bit. GTA is coming out in November around the same time FM usually comes out. I genuinely don't think it's an issue. It could come out the same day and I don't think it would matter. I just don't think it's the same player base. I think the vast majority of Football Manager players only play Football Manager. And even the ones that will play GTA as well, like me, for example, I don't need to play that on launch day. So, yeah, I don't think it matters. I think Football Manager is kind of immune to that kind of thing having an impact because it's got such a specific and hardcore fan base. Oh yeah, COD will be decimated by it. Yeah, it will ruin something like Call of Duty because that's the exact same audience. Yeah, that's hugely problematic for Call of Duty. To the point where I imagine they'll move their game. Right, how injured is Ashby? Why is he being selected? Do we have enough? Didn't we sign a right back in the summer? Where is this big centre back? Where is he? Oh, he's injured. That's why he's not playing. Right, we've got Sorinola who can play at right back. So we don't need to play an injured right back. So he can come in. Isn't GTA 6 launched just console only anyway and the PC version comes out later? That's usually how they do it, isn't it? That's how they do it with GTA and Red Dead, isn't it? I think they do console only, single player only, and then later on drop the multiplayer and PC. Whether or not they'll go single player only this time because of how big GTA Online has been. GTA 6 versus FM27 in November. It just doesn't matter. Honestly, we wanted him. He's going to score against me, isn't he? Like the new Pokemon game came out the same day as the FM26 beta, or like a few days before, and they still had twice as many people. Is that Harry Kane? It can't be. H. Kane. I mean, Herbie Kane. Okay. I mean, I thought it was Harry Kane. He was playing central midfield, which seemed about right. It's Harry Kane for England. But yeah, Pokemon, biggest media franchise in the world. The new Pokemon game came out at the same time as the beta, and the beta still got twice as many players as it's ever had before. Record pre-order numbers for FM26. So, yeah, it's immune to these other games. Completely immune to it. There's a new Pokemon. There is a new Pokemon game. It's been out a few weeks. I've barely played it because it came out at the same time as FM. But when we have our traditional pre-Christmas week in the woods, I'll play the face off of it. That and Expedition 33 are my taking into the woods games this year, I think. Why do so many FM content creators seem to live in the Lincolnshire area? I mean, I think Tom's the only one who lives in Lincolnshire now. Although, obviously, Ben and Jack were both born in Lincolnshire. I lived there for many, many, many years. I was actually born in Cambridgeshire, but lived in Lincolnshire for most of my life until about 5 years ago. I suspect it's because there's nothing else to do in Lincolnshire. I think it's a combination of there's not a lot else to do, so we gravitate towards gaming and solitary pastimes. I also think there's a lack of a big Premier League team anywhere near us. So I think we're more likely to be general football fans than a specific team's football fan. Therefore, a game like Football Manager becomes more appealing. And I also think we have a naturally fairly neutral accent. which translates well to being clear on content, which then makes the content more watchable. Because I think if you're too far south or too far north or too not British, any kind of strong accent is going to make it harder for certain people in certain places to understand you. I told you he'd score against us. So I think it's the perfect storm of, we're generally fairly understandable. We've got nothing better to do. Crack on. Omega Luke is offended. He's also an outlier, isn't he? Also, Lincolnshire is the second biggest county in the country. So on that basis, it's going to produce plenty of people as well, I guess. There's only Yorkshire that's bigger than Lincolnshire. The American would disagree. I mean, Zealand's got a very neutral accent as well. He's got a neutral American accent. He doesn't have any particularly strong accent, does he? Just like none of the British content creators have particularly strong accents. Yeah, unoffensive accents. Oh, wow, that's 2 players we scouted this summer have scored against us. Lovely stuff. I'm having a really nice time. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, it's one of the hardest pieces of feedback to give up-and-coming content creators when they're doing everything else right, but they've just got a strong accent. And it's like, well, the feedback is you're probably going to have to neutralise that accent a bit. To make yourself easier to be understood. And people don't really like to hear that. But if you go back and listen to me 10 years ago compared to now, it's certainly something I've worked on. Just developing a more neutral accent. Because it was a piece of feedback I received relatively early on. Right, we need him. What can he do? Maybe get him forward doing that. Jamie Carragher had to go through vocal training when he became a public. As a broad Geordie, my accent is a problem. Yeah, it would be. I'd argue I don't have an accent, but someone like you might think I do. I mean, you probably do then, don't you? I think everyone can recognise if, like, how do I phrase it? If you talk in a Yorkshire accent, for example, you must know you've got an accent. It will sound completely normal and easy to understand for you because it's what you hear all the time, but you must know that's an accent. Whereas for me, I don't know that anyone could listen to me and immediately pick the part of the country that I was from based on my accent. They'd just kind of say generic south or middle of England, which is a pretty large area. And some of the real giveaway words are the ones I've worked hardest on eliminating. All pommy accents to me, but your mates, don't call Jack my mate. Repeated mangling of attribute is enough for me to not watch him. Oh, it's adorable, isn't it? I don't understand. He's been told so many times as well. Attribute and attribute are two different words. They mean two different things. He just won't hear it. You sound like you're from London town. Do I, though? I mean, have you been to London? I'm from Stoke and people say we sound Scouse, so I can relate. I mean, Robbie Williams is from Stoke, isn't he? And I would swear he has a Manchester accent. Isn't there another word that Jack doesn't say right? Yeah, most of them. I do have an accent, but not the horrendous Dutch one. Dutch people generally I find Dutch people generally have an American sounding accent, because I think a lot of Dutch people obviously watch a lot of American TV and American content and pick up American pronunciations. Dutch people are always fluent in English and they often sound American. Serious note, how have you found the colour palette of FM26? I mean, it's fine. I know there are some people out there who like really strongly and irrationally hate the purple. I don't mind it. Forget the scrap map, we need an accent map. Danish and Dutch people always have fluent English, yeah. I mean, let's face it. Most places do these days, apart from the French. And the French, they can understand us. They just refuse to speak it. They're doing it. They're doing it on purpose. If you're French, if you're here and you're French, you know you're doing that on purpose. You can understand me, but you'd pretend you couldn't if I was in your shop. Am I playing the actual game? I am playing the actual game. I was in Japan recently and most Japanese people speak clearer English than most English people. See, that's interesting because my only real exposure to Japanese people speaking English is wrestling. And of all the nationalities that produce wrestlers, the ones that seem to struggle most with English are the Japanese. Which is interesting that you say that. Most British people these days pronounce words like schedule wrong because of the amount of American media. Yeah, I know. It's one of my little pet peeves. Right, it's the Moose Cup. Therefore, nobody cares. We're playing Plymouth. We're still working out the new system. There you go. He can go back to being that. Fredrickson. There he is, look. Tyler Fredrickson. What a guy. Right, let's get Tiki Taka in again. Nakamura still can't speak fluent English and he's been there almost 10 years. Yeah, exactly. And he's certainly not the only one either. Akada's the same. Asuka. They all still have very, very strong accents. I'm from Denmark, learned English as a child, living in Glasgow, moved to Newcastle all before the age of 12. When I came back, my English teachers couldn't understand me. No accent today, that's awesome. Right, come on, let's do a football. Ah, fiddlesticks. I mean, I'm certainly not one to to have anything to say really about how quickly people learn another language. I can't speak anything but English. I have a GCSE in German, but don't remember any of it really. I learned a little bit of French at school and don't really remember any of it. I've tried doing Duolingo over the years, but as I've started to travel more as I've got older, I can't understand a word. So yeah, I'm very fortunate that I'm British and can get away with just talking English and assuming, if not everybody, then at least somebody nearby is going to know what I'm saying. What's the season preview? I mean, I don't really know how to answer that. Previews the season? I can't think of a way to answer it without sounding like I'm being snarky. Only way to really learn a language is to be immersed in it. Exactly. And that's harder to do as a native English speaker than it is for anybody else, because even if you try, like if you go to the Netherlands or Spain or the touristy parts of France, even if you try, they immediately switch to English because they can tell you're English. So they just switch, and then you're not immersed in it anymore, are you? And it makes us lazy. Yeah, media preview for the season. Yeah, I guess that's an accurate way to describe it. It turns out maybe Mansfield were just rubbish because we're not winning again. Or maybe Siriki Dembele was key to us. Like every year, as soon as we book our trips to Disneyland, I spend several weeks trying to remember any French. And I feel like I'm almost there in the car on the way there. And then we stop at the first service station and I try and they immediately speak to me in English. And it's like, oh yeah, that is just easier, isn't it? Let's do that. And then no more French is spoken the whole trip. Oh, what a goal! Oh, and then the little flick up as well. What a show off. We've got a rascal in our midst. This is a great goal. And then watch him just flick it up into his hands afterwards. Are we going to see it? Go on, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. And that's brilliant. The little juggle and then grab hold of the ball. Let's crack on. Attacking. How come there's no non-lethal ledger intro this year? Same reason there wasn't one last year. It's expensive and not needed and causes people to turn off. I know there are people who like it, but there's more people who don't. It's just a little 8-second segment that encourages people to switch off. I think the place it's most damaging is when people just put the playlist on, and if you're only like semi-engaged with it, you hear the intro music and it's like, oh, another episode started, I'll turn off. And I think that's probably what causes it, but that harms the analytics. We're back in. There was a non-intelligent intro last year. I don't think there was. On the 2025 one? Or did I just reuse the 24 one? I know I hadn't bought one for FM25. I'd already decided we weren't going to use it, so I hadn't ordered it. But they're expensive as well. They cost, like I say, it's like £500 to get one of those made. And it takes months. For me to have an intro, I have to order it. Like this year, it wouldn't have been an option because I didn't have £500 in May to spend on animation that at that point I didn't even know I would need because there was no guarantee there'd be a game. Hard for me to listen to MGP for sleep because of the loud intro. Blame Pab for that. I've told him for years to bin it off. But again, people love it. To me, it kind of it goes into the same category as people who start a video with "Hello YouTube," or start a TikTok with "Hi TikTok," and it's like, "Oh, you are such a little old lady," and half of the audience you're trying to reach have already swiped on because you said "Hi TikTok" at the start of your TikTok, and it feels a bit like that. And I know if you're a little bit older, it's like, but it's polite. I get that. But you just got to get on, get in and get on. Hello, streamer. Hello. Right, can we do a winner now? We're trying. That's a little glitched there. Don't know what was trying to happen. Oh, it was a substitution trying to happen. I think this is going to penalty kicks. I don't think there's extra time in the Moose Cup. Come on, let's have a last minute winner. 10 seconds to go. Get it forward. Do a football. You plums. Imagine if that piece of coaching works. It does not. I'm not even going to try. That's glitched anyway. Just do my penalties for me. Right, this is the time we want instant result, isn't it? We don't need to watch the whole penalty shootout. It's boring. Now let's see who won it. Oh, I took the plaudits. I guess we did. Thrilling 2-2 win. Come on then. That's management right there. There you go. We won on penalties. What a hero. I won't do that for important penalty shootouts, but it's nice to be able to do it for ones like that, isn't it? Jolly, jolly nice. Chuckle, chuckle vision. Chuckle vision. Chuckle, chuckle vision. No idea why. Now we play Leeds in the Moose Cup. See, that's a bit more like it. Leeds at home. Lovely stuff. I finished my beverage. Does someone want to go and fetch me another one? Should I have a pop at this hour? Right, does anyone here work for Costco, by the way, as well? Because I'm fed up with them not selling chocolate Ovaltine. They sell the boring flavour. I want chocolate Ovaltine. It's the one thing I can't buy in bulk at Costco. We did our big Costco shop today, but I'm still sat here this evening. No Ovaltine, no Horlicks. What am I supposed to do to get me off to sleep? Where did my mini fridge go? What, the little Xbox one? Never came into this office. It broke. It stopped working not long. Within a year of getting it, it stopped working. And I think it's just sat in the storage unit. Never made it in here. The one that I had for the 24-hour, not the 24-hour, the world record stream, That's now in the Lego City studio. So that I can have nice cold pop there. Because it gets very warm in there in the summer. Jolly good. Have they removed watching the cup drawers? They have. Again, presumably because most people skipped it. How big is my storage unit? Everything I own is there. Well, I've got two. I've got one which is just a storage unit, which is probably a little bit bigger than this office. And then I've got the big one, which is the Lego City studio, which is 225 square foot. So quite big. And I think the smaller one is 100 and something square foot. So I don't have a garage. So I keep all my things in the storage unit. Bearing in mind, I also have this office and the Lego room, and all the landing out here is covered in my Lego and stuff as well. So yeah, I have too many things and items. I love things, items and stuff. Am I going to hang this big new spaceship above the city? I am not, no. I don't do spaceships. Right, well, conceding a penalty in the first minute wasn't ideal. It does give us something of a mountain to climb. Did I buy the current house or no? We're renting. Let's not get into the whole buying versus renting debate. My word. My word. Long-time viewers know my thoughts. And regardless of if you know my thoughts or not, we could talk about it for an hour and neither of us are changing our minds. Robbie Knox with the raid. Thank you very much, sir. How are you doing? Welcome along, boys and girls. When's the next FM26 tips and tricks video dropping? Saturday, maybe? I'm thinking Saturday. I need to make it. I was thinking of maybe making it after this stream, but might just go to bed. Might just go to bed. Robbie, have you been playing FM? How are you finding it? Having a lovely time, I hope. Am I signing a new goalkeeper for Posh? Nah, we'll make do with this one. We've literally got Abbas in goal. What more could you want? Long-time viewers, what are his thoughts? I just don't see the point in owning a house, is my thoughts. It's cheaper to rent. And people will strongly disagree. And it's very boring and not really... This is not really the forum for it. I am a qualified financial advisor. I can back it all up. I just don't want to because it's really boring. Enjoying it, managing Alfreton Town. There you go. Next, we'll be talking about where we keep ketchup. In the fridge, or you're a deviant. Next question. I find the house chat interesting. Yeah, but that's because you're my age, Robbie. These young'uns will find it very boring. As long as you're happy. Why isn't none of our business, really? Tom, I assume it's your first day on the internet. Would you like me to show you around? That should be the response from Sports Interactive to every one of the negative Steam reviews. Can we stop conceding goals? What's going on? Pretty sure you did a video on the old vlog channel showing all the maths. I think I did. I did so many interesting videos on the old vlog channel. What a YouTuber I am. Play some of the youths, please. I mean, Kieran, we're losing 2-0 at home to Oxford. I don't think now is the time. We got into this debate on Monday in the Lego stream, I know. Like I say, it's a topic that people have very strong feelings on. And similar to religion and politics and the other banned topics, you're never going to change anyone's mind on it because it's so deeply ingrained in the decisions you're basing living your life on. Imagine if, and for a lot of people, the end goal is I go to work so I can buy a house. I mean, imagine if I did convince you that you were wrong. I'm only going to upset you. I'm not going to be able to convince you, but if I could, who really wins there? So I choose not to. This is the new me. The new me for FM26. As you'll know from all of my content, the new me never says anything anyone could disagree with. It's how I live my life now. Oh, look, Topher's decided to turn up. Have I done a second intro? No, I haven't. You're going to have to piece it together from samples of my voice. So do we all call scraps that you get from the fish? What do we call scraps that you get from the fish and chip shop? You call them scraps or you're wrong. I'm not getting the scrap map out. That's in the storage unit somewhere. We all know that there's the corridor either side of the A1. All the way from up in Scotland down to London, you've got a corridor of about 30 miles, I think it was, either side of the A1, all the way up, that calls it scraps. And everyone else is wrong. The new curve would certainly not publish 2 videos with directly opposed perspectives at the same time. Exactly. I mean, I would argue that what I did was record a really well-balanced 20-minute long review of a new computer game that was really considered and balanced and looked at both sides of the argument and was really comprehensive in looking at all the positives and negatives in a really mature and balanced way. And then remembered we didn't release a game last year and I like money, so split it in 2 and clickbaited them. And if you just watch them back to back, especially if you watch the positive one, then the negative one, the order they were recorded, if you just watch them through, it is just one balanced review that even has a bit of a summary at the end. But if I'd have released it as a balanced review, it would have got like 20,000 views. Whereas I released 2 videos that are both pushing 100,000 because I'm a monster. What's the exploding penis story? Now is not the time. We don't do that during launch. That's an April story. We are rubbish at football now. We were so good against Mansfield. Can we play Mansfield every week? Because this is not fun. Those 2 videos funded a bunch of new Lego purchases. Exactly. I bought a Lego Transformers set today. Couldn't have done that without those videos. So who's the real monster here? Where's the north-south divide? In the minds of insecure northern people. But we're not saying anything controversial anymore. I don't know. There's not a straight line, is there? It's really simple. Do they talk funny? If they do, they're in the north. It's as simple as that. So by that definition, Birmingham is the north. And I know they'll be like, we're the Midlands. You're not. You're in the north. Lincoln's definitely in the north. Like Sheffield, obviously north. Nottingham is right on the cusp. Because some people talk funny and some don't. So I imagine the line is somewhere between like Nottingham and Mansfield. It's probably running through there. Would be my guess. And then it kind of bends down and takes on like all. I think we can all agree all of Wales is in the north. Even the bit that's down next to Bristol, i.e. the south, Wales is in the north, isn't it? All of it. Yeah? I don't think anyone's going to argue with that. Merthyr Town playing the National League North, so I guess it's North. There you go. I mean, if there's one opinion we can't trust, it's the National League when it comes to where North and South is, because they are wrong. I live on the southern side of Leicester, which is Midlands. And I'm travelling south on Saturday to see a National League North game. That's mad. Wales is in the west. There is no west. There's north and south only. Topher wants a second intro. He should have been here then, shouldn't he? He could have been here. Should have been here. Don't know that it's my problem. Sheffield is the middle point of the UK. I mean, that's just bobbins and you know it. Middle point of the UK, indeed. It's obviously the north. Of course it's the north. Should we vote on a second intro? People in my town next to Northampton sound funny. Is that north? Yes. Yeah. I mean, Northampton's literally got north in the name. Of course it's north. Sheffield's basically the south. I mean, I won't have that. They make their chips wet before they eat them. That means they're in the north. That's a good place to draw the line. Wet or dry chips. And like vinegar and ketchup, that's not wet. Mayonnaise, none of that's wet. We're talking like gravy. Beans on the chips, peas on the chips, curry like all over the chips. That only happens in the north. I'm from Rotterdam. How are you? I'm very good, thank you. How are you? I've been to Sheffield today. It's very northern. Gravy is good. Can make chips kind of soggy, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against dipping a chip into some gravy if there's some gravy around, but I'm not pouring the gravy over my chips. There's few things I won't dip a chip in, but that doesn't mean I want to soak my chips in it. Is this the new patch? It is the new patch, yes. In the south, when we want to do that, we call it loaded fries and charge £20. Exactly. We have the same accent all over the Netherlands. It's called American, isn't it? Certainly when you're speaking English. Love chips with curry or gravy. You're from the north then, presumably. Do you have to start a new save for the new patch to take effect? You do not, no. Chips and gravy is great, and Australia is definitely not the north. It sounds like it might be. I mean, it's meeting all the criteria we've set out. Wet chips, talk funny. I think we've just established Australia's in the north. I don't make the rules. I do make these. I made the. They're just. Everyone knows it. It's just the rules. Yeah, rugby is a good way of dividing the north from the south as well. If they play proper rugby, they're in the south. If they play silly rugby, they're in the north. Topher keeps typing the word intro, and I don't know what he wants. He's not being clear with me. Right, what's wrong with Clark? We've broken him. Flint is also injured. We're running out of fullbacks. Right, we're going to win this football match. Gortron, thank you very much for the 2 months. North of Yorkshire play proper rugby. So are we also Southern? What, you play rugby union in Yorkshire? Is that so? Then I guess you are honorary Southerners. Congratulations. Right. Here we go. We're going to do a football. Who wants to make an intro for Topher? Aren't the London Broncos in the Super League? North. They basically only play rugby league in like the Northwest, don't they? It's basically a Manchester thing. Somebody write me a script for the intro and I'll do the best one. We might have to abandon the tiki-taka. It seems like it only works against Mansfield. I've always suspected North Yorkshire is further south than South Yorkshire. It might be. We'll have to get a map and try and figure it out. You know I love to get a map. Get ChatGPT to do the intro for me. Right, someone write me a prompt for ChatGPT and I'll do that. Am I going on holiday soon? No. The game's already out now. I don't need to. Topher's going to bed. You've got videos to edit, Topher. Write me an intro for a Football Manager episode. Let it be vague. Right, let's see then. I'm going to type exactly that. Write me an intro for a Football Manager video. We just did a goal. Should I put it on my teleprompter and do it properly? I'm not going to edit it at all. I'm not going to pre-read it or edit it or anything. Hold on. What have we done here? That seems much longer on the teleprompter than it looked like in ChatGPT. Let me try that again. I think I've copied the whole prompt in. Right. Half time, we're doing the intro for Topher. He better love it. Prompt renting or buying, which is best? Oh, that would be right. Here we go. This is the not proofread ChatGPT intro to the generic prompt. Here we go then. Hello folks and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving back into Football Manager and things are about to get interesting. It's not scrolling. Why is it not scrolling? Scroll, you idiot. I don't know how to make it scroll. I don't know how to use this. Ah, it's scrolling now. I've spent way too many hours staring at this save, trying to figure out exactly how we take the next step. And I think today might finally be the day where it all comes together. We've got tactics to tweak, players to judge, a bit of chaos to deal with as always, and of course, a chance to either look like a genius or completely embarrass myself. That's Football Manager for you. Is that, oh no, there's more. It's continuing. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's get into it. There you go. There you go. Intro. You happy with that, Topher? You asked for an intro. Right, for context, people watching this on YouTube, and if this doesn't make it into the video, he is fired. For context, we streamed for 3 hours. He's come in 2 hours and 55 minutes into the stream and said, "Hey, Kev, did you do an intro?" No, I didn't. I forgot. So that's what he gets. He gets a ChatGPT version. Let's play the rest of the match. Ah, lovely. Right, we're not losing anymore. That wasn't bad, actually. I don't know why I bother thinking for myself ever. Do a football. If you're not careful, boys and girls, I'll put the chat back on the teleprompter. I know you all love that. That'll be your punishment if you misbehave. The concerning thing is how close that intro sounds to most of the internet. I mean, my understanding is that's how it learns. So I guess it will sound like the rest of the internet because that's where it's learned what a YouTube intro sounds like. It's a very clever bit of kit, isn't it? It's just destroying the universe. But it's clever. So most exciting intro I've ever done, apparently. How exciting do you want an intro to be? Right, have we got a late winner in us? It'd be terrific if we did. You could ask ChatGPT to rewrite that to sound more excited. I mean, if that's what you want, Topher. I'm going to say exactly that to it. Make this more excited. Oh my word. Right. After the match then, you get the excited version. Oh, we almost scored the late winner as well. Then I would have genuinely been excited. Just teeing it up, ready to go. I hope you're ready, boys and girls. Come on, let's go attacking for the final couple of minutes and try and win the football match. Come on, do a football, you wallies. Here we go. Look, we're going to do a football. Nearly. I think this second version is exactly the same, by the way. I don't know if I've copied it right. Hold on. I hadn't copied it. I've just pasted the original one. I was going to sit and do the same one again. Right. Okay. I've just glanced at it quickly. The word strap is involved in there somewhere. So This could be terrifying. Oh, now look what's happened. It was all going so well. We might have to take this a bit more seriously on Thursday. It's Thursday today, on Sunday. Right, here you go. As promised, as requested by Topher, a more excitable version of that same intro. Hold on, full screen, or else I'll look ridiculous. I say again, not proofread. Straight out of ChatGPT, as requested by the chat. Hello, folks, and welcome back to the channel. Buckle up, because today's Football Manager episode is going to be huge. I've been pacing around all morning thinking about this save, and I'm convinced we're right on the edge of something special. We've got tactics to shake up, transfers to fight for, big decisions to make, and the potential for absolute FM chaos. This could be the moment everything clicks, or the moment it all explodes spectacularly. Either way, it's going to be brilliant. So strap in, smash that like button if you haven't already, and let's get stuck into it. There you go. That was that was more exciting, and that's exactly what we asked for. Oh my word. Boys and girls, transfer window is complete. Let's play some football matches. There you go. You can use that one if you're a coward. I'm a generous guy. We are going to wrap things up there, though, folks. We've had a miserable start to the season. It all started so well, and then it all went so wrong. Not ideal. Tell it you're lollujo. It knows you. We'll play with ChatGPT more on Sunday, maybe. Right, folks. Topher's going to sort of a raid probably for those of you on Twitch, those of you on YouTube. Make sure you do smash that thumb button or whatever it told you to do before. And we'll be back on Sunday night for another stream. Obviously, you're going to have the highlights videos on the lollujo Live between now and then, non-league to legend, and the Bedford matchday vlog coming at the weekend as well. Lots of stuff going on. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. That's how I'm going to end all my videos from now on. Excellent. Really liked it. Off the cuff as well, that was.